Okay, so the theme for this deck is to just run like 9 Garnets in the deck, or maybe 10 if you count Glass Bell as a Garnet, which I don't really. And then try not to brick, which I did a lot, but I don't think I actually show those duels. So, surprise, surprise, running a whole bunch of Garnets in your deck creates a whole bunch of bad hands. But, there's the benefits of the Garnets. And that if they stay in your deck, you can actually pull off some decent plays. Okay, so final thoughts on this video. In the original version of it, I think I only ran like one assault mode card, and that seemed like kind of weak sauce. It's like that doesn't go for the gimmick enough. I need to run, you know, like all of them that I possibly can. So I ran all the ones that could be brought out foreseeably, that's not the right word for it, feasibly. So I only left off like 2 of them because they require like very specific tuners, which this deck didn't have. Even Assault Mode Arcane Magician, Arcanite, ooh, I said that totally wrong. This card requires spellcasters, but this deck runs a lot of spellcasters, and it even runs Arcane Apprentice, which brings it out. I don't think I actually brought it out in the duel that I won, so I don't know if it's in the video or not. Or I should say I don't remember, because I recorded the replays last night and I'm doing this in the morning and I haven't actually rewatched them yet. But, you know, I did all the duels myself. I have a general idea of what happened, and I know I brought it out. I just don't remember if it was in the video, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't. So, like, surprisingly, a lot of these Garnet cards kind of fit in together, and that was kind of the whole point of the deck. Like, Scorpio can bring out Cobra, which can search out Brilliant Fusion or Instant Fusion. I ran both of them just for more targets for Cobra, and because Instant Fusion helped this deck out so much by bringing out Theseus to go into all the synchro plays, that was like super crucial to this deck. Arcane Apprentice, when I made an Assault Mode Colossal Fighter deck a long time ago, this card was so crucial to searching out Assault Mode Activate that I kind of incorporated into this again, but not as successfully as I did last time. I was still able to get searches off of it, surprisingly, but it wasn't as consistent because of all of the other cards. This deck, for all intents and purposes, shouldn't work. It's too much like clutter. The things shouldn't work together, and it surprisingly did for some reason, and I think it was just because I kind of got lucky. You know, except for the times where I drew into all my Garnets. So, speaking of those, that's why I'm running Boa Baboon and a single Vortex Trooper, is because I was going to use those as ways of, you know, refilling my hand for my Garnets. And I thought, since I'm running Brilliant Fusion anyway, my normal summon shouldn't be that big of a problem. Which it wasn't really, as long as I drew into Brilliant Fusion, but I did have a search for it. I did have Scorpio to search it out. I also ran, you know, a Garnet. That was another thing with this deck. For all the Garnets, I made sure to only run one copy of it, you know, to really fit the theme of it. That's why I'm only running 1 copies of all of the Garnets. And that's why I kind of don't count Glass Bell as a Garnet. That's more of a Snowbell thing. So yeah, that's the deck. Worked surprisingly better than I thought it would be, because I thought the deck would be straight garbage, and instead it was kind of like medium garbage.